In the last lecture, we covered 3 questions from this exam. Now we are going on to the 4th question. So the question is, you have a control on the front panel of a VI and you need to modify one of its properties at runtime. Which of the following is the best approach you would take? Write down your answers. So the correct answer for this is create an implicit property node and select the property to modify. Let's check the answers. So the answer is A. So next question is, the most efficient method for creating an array is? Write down your answers. So the correct answer for this is using a for loop with auto indexing enabled. Question 6. Which timing VI is the best choice for timing control logic in applications that run for extended periods of time? Write down your answers. So the correct answer for this is option C, this one, get date time in seconds. The upper one are only going to return the time in milliseconds, but we are talking about extended periods of time. That means days, months, years. So option C is the correct option. Question number 7. For the VI shown in following block diagram, automatic error handling is enabled. If the file c:/data.txt does not exist, will an error dialog box pop up? So this one is really an interesting as well as a tricky question. So see the block diagram and write down your answers. See that this is the error cluster constant. The loop is going to run 10 times. Then we have this c:/data.txt. This is the address for the text file, address reference. Then the file is to be opened. Then it is to be read. 20 bytes have to be read from the file. And then the read text is to be represented on the text, and then the file is to be closed and error wiring is done. But the automatic error handling is enabled, it is not disabled. So will the error message will be shown, or error dialog box pop up will be shown or not? And if shown, how many times? So solving this type of questions, we have to go through a little bit of this type of programming. So let's see this. So this is the first program. In this, I have tried to implement the same thing over here. and everything whichever is shown in the question, the same thing I have tried to implement 10 times in the loop. Error cluster, shift registers of error cluster, error wiring, then open the file, read the data, and I have not wired the text. We can wire a text also. Text indicator is also there. So let's run it in the slow motion. So see, this error is getting generated, but it is not being shown. Why it is not shown? Because we have not wired anything to show the error. Automatic handling is enabled, but error is not being shown. So it will execute 10 times and it will stop. So the correct answer is no. The error will not be shown. Now in which case the error will be shown? What we do, in what changes? Let's first verify the answers. The answer for 7 is D. So correct answer is D. Now question is, in which cases the error will be shown? What changes we do in the VI so that the error will be shown? So there is another VI. Now in this I have wired a simple error handler. So this simple error handler, this will be used to show the error, but it is not wired inside. So mind it, it is wired outside the loop, right? So let's see how it shows up. So loop will execute 10 times without showing an error, but after the loop has executed 10 times, the error will pass out of the loop and then it will be shown on the simple error handler. See, after the execution of the loop is finished, the error message will be shown. So let's see another version of this program. Not this one. Now in this program I have wired the simple error handler inside the loop, and let's see how this will cause change in the program execution. So when I run it, for every iteration it will show an error. So it is running 10 times, so it will show error 10 times. So that means we have to wire simple error handler so as to show the error. If we wire the simple error handler out of the loop, it will show the error only at the end of the execution of the loop, means when the loop has executed 10 times it will show the error. If we want that in every loop iteration it should show the error, then we have to wire the simple error handler inside the loop. Now there is another variation for this. Suppose I want that as the error is generated the loop should stop executing. For that purpose I will use this for loop with conditional terminal, and I will wire the error to the conditional terminal. So in this case the loop will execute just for once, and once the error is generated the loop will terminate because of this error message over here. So let's see the execution. So once I click on continue, the loop terminates. Another version of this can be that I wire the simple error handler out of the loop, but the conditional terminal is wired with the error wire inside the loop. So in this also, when the error is generated for the first time the loop will terminate, and afterwards the error will be shown. So when I run it, error is shown, and I click on continue, loop terminates. So this explains the whole question. We see that question once again. For the VI shown in the following block diagram, automatic error handling is enabled if the file c:/data.txt does not exist. Will an error dialog box pop up? So error dialog box will not pop up because there is no connection of simple error handler or general error handler within the loop or outside of the loop. Similar question is there as we do more questions. So the explanation which I have done up till now will help in the other question also. Question 8. If an input name on the show context help window is in bold for a sub VI, which of the following conditions are true? Write down your answers. So the correct answer for this is C and D, both of these. An input is required, a broken arrow will result unless the input is wired. Next question. In the figure below, the output of array is. Write down your answers. So the correct answer for this is 2 rows and 3 columns, that means 2 and 3, option A. Let's check the answer. Question 9, option A is correct. Question 10. Which code snippet writes the smallest amount of data to the disk? Write down your answers. See first this one, this option. These are 8 booleans. Boolean constants, they are converted to Boolean array to number and then to unsigned byte integer, and then the file operation is happening and we are writing the data to binary file. In this, the 8 Boolean constants are directly being written to a binary file. In this, 8 Boolean constants are converting to a number and then to decimal string, and they are being written to the text file. And in this, the Boolean to 8 Booleans constants are converted to a number and then number to decimal string and written to a binary file. So write down which of the option writes the smallest amount of data to disk. So let's see the options one by one. This option D is converting the data to a number, and then that number is getting converting to a ASCII format, text format. So for each text format, 8 bytes of data is being written, and ASCII data is bigger data than a binary data. So of course this will consume a larger space. Then this is again the text data written to a text file. This will require even a larger space than the binary file data. Then this format, this is directly writing the binary the Boolean data to the binary file. That means for each byte, each Boolean, there will be 8 bytes of data. So there are 8 Boolean constants, so 8 into 8 is 64 bits of data would be written in this. In this number is getting this Boolean constants is getting converting to a number, and number is converted to a unsigned byte. So unsigned byte is of 8 bits. So here only 8 bits of data is being written to the binary file. So option A is the option with the least amount of data written to the disk. So the correct option for question 10 is A. Let's check the answers. For question 10, correct answer is A. Question 11. Which setting assigns specific keys or key combinations to a front panel control? Write down your answers. So the correct answer for this is key navigation. Key navigation. Next question. What is the result in new string after the following code has been executed? This is replace string, replace substring. This is the input string. This is the substring to replace in the string. Offset is 6, length is 7. So write down your answers. So in solving such a question, we have to first count the offset. Offset over here is 6. So we have to count from the starting 6 alphabets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So up till world all of the alphabets will be offsetted. Then we have to replace 7 length of in the string, and that will be replaced by 2u. So 2u is 3 and 3 6 and 1 7. So 2u is 7 alphabets in length, and over here world is 6. A world and exclamation mark combines letters to be 6. So the final I'm sorry, the final result would be hello to you with a single exclamation mark, hello to you, which is the option number A. Let's check the results. This is question 12. 12 is A. So the correct option is A. Next question. What functionality do control references provide? Thirteen question. So if you have used control references, then you must be knowing the answer for this. Question 13. The correct answer is B. Access to properties of front panel objects in sub-VIs. Let's check the answer. So the correct answer is B. Question 14. What value does the numeric indicator display after this code executes? This is a feedback node. This is the initializer terminal of this feedback node taken one loop out, and then the output is fed to the numeric, and the loop is while loop is wired true. So this loop is stop if true. So write down your answers. The correct answer for this would be like this, that if you see this loop, this is wired to be true, but it will execute just once. So if 4 is the initializer and it is fed back over here, 4 plus 4 becomes 8, and 8 will go out and display in the numeric. So the answer for this will be C, 8. Let's check the answers. 14 is C. Next question. You develop a sub-VI that only outputs a value and needs to use this sub-VI in a calling main VI. Which of the following is the best way to enforce data flow to control the execution of the sub-VI? Write down the answers. The correct answer for this is that you have to wire the error clusters. So wiring the error clusters will always enforce the data flow. Correct answer is C. Modify the sub VI to have error clusters that can be used for used from calling the VI. Question 16. The file c:/data.txt does not exist, but the VI does not report an error. Which code snippet reports an error and stops? So this question is similar to the previous question we have done, and I hope you will answer correctly to this question. So watch very carefully. I am slowly moving to the different options. See the first option, A. Then the second option, then the third option, and the fourth option. This is the third option, and this one is the fourth option. So let's see the answers one by one. So this is the question, and they want that the error should be reported and the VI should stop once the error is reported. Now c:/data.txt file does not exist. So obviously this will report an error, but the error will not be shown until we wire something like simple error handler. But in addition to this, we have wired over here simple error handler, but in addition to this, we have to also stop the VI. So first two options, A and B, they are not the correct options because there is nothing to stop the VI. Over here, the error is reported outside the loop. So loop will execute, but the error will be reported outside the loop. When the loop has stopped executing, then only the error will be reported. And in this option, there is no error reporting. The loop will stop, but no error reporting. So the correct answer for this is C. The loop will stop and the error will be reported. Let's check the answers. This is question 16. The correct answer for this is C. Question 17. Can a wire be used to pass data between loops that are intended to run in parallel? No. The correct answer is B. No. When you use the wires, then data flow is executed, and then the sequential execution, data flow based execution will be going on, and then you cannot run the loops in parallel. Question 18. You need to programmatically update the value in a numeric control. Which is the most appropriate strategy? Write down the answers for question 18. So the correct answer for question 18 is use a local variable. Question 19. Which of the following illustrates an advantage of a global variable over a local variable? Write down the answers. So the correct answer for this is a global variable can pass data between two independent VIs running simultaneously. So this is the advantage of a global variable over a local variable. Local variable can be used to pass data in a single VI. It cannot be used between two or more independently running VIs. But global variable can be used for parallelly running VIs. Question 20. Which plot will change color first? So mind it, this is property node and there are plots and then there is property, plot line style, plot color. So which of the plots will change the color first? Write down your answers. So this is interesting to see that although the plot 1 is above plot 0, so by principle of LabVIEW everything starts from 0, but in property node the execution occurs from top to bottom. So plot 1 will be executed first and the plot color of the plot 1 will be changed first, and then the plot color of plot 0 will be changed. So the correct answer is plot 1 will be changing its color first. So correct answer is A, plot 1, because properties are executed top to down. Next question. Question 21. Which of the following will allow you to have multiple plots on a waveform graph? Write down your answers. So the correct answer for this question 21 is D, both B and C. Let's check the answers. Correct answer is D. Question 22. Which statement best describes a notify event such as the value change of a Boolean control? Write down your answers. So notify events are meant only that a particular event has occurred and LabVIEW has processed the event. They are not for filtering the event. Means you cannot change a particular way how LabVIEW is going to handle that event. So the correct option for this is C, indication that event has occurred and LabVIEW has processed the event. Question 23. You customize a control, select the control from the type definition status pull down menu and save the control as a .ctl file. You then use an instance of the custom control on your front panel window. If you open this .ctl file and modify the control, does the control on the front panel window change? Write down your answers. You are opening, mind it, you are opening the control from the instance. You are opening the .ctl file only. It's not the definition of the control. And moreover, it is customization. So the correct answer for this is no, because the type definition has not been updated. Question 24. How long does this DQ element function wait to receive the data? Write down your answers. So this is DQ element, this is the Q. How long does this DQ element wait? Correct answer for this is indefinitely. So it will wait indefinitely as long as the program is running for the data to arrive and DQ the data. Let's check the answers. 24. Correct answer is C. Question 25. What value does the result F2 indicator display after the VI containing this stacked sequence structure executes? Write down your answers. So this is the sequence local. You are wiring the value 8 to it. It is being read over here and read over here also. This is the frame 1, frame 0. This is the frame 1, this is the frame 2. Write down your answers. Correct answer for this is C, because 8 is read over here and 8 into 5 is 40. Correct answer is this, 40. Question 26. Which of the following accurately describes the output that results from the execution of the following loop? Write down your answers. So this is the shift register. We have done questions like this before. So the correct answer for this is an average of the last 4 measurements will be displayed. Next question. In what instance would you use the probe tool rather than the highlight execution? The correct answer for this is to see the value of wire in real time. This graphic displays all the cases of a single case statement. What value does the result indicator display after VI executes? So these are the different cases of a case structure. See all the cases one by one. I am scrolling up and down. This is the case number 2. This is the case number 10. This is the case number 11. This is the default case. This is case number 7. So what is the answer? 6 is wired to the case selector terminals. Write down the answers for this. The correct answer for this is that the default case will execute this case, because 6 is nowhere over here in the cases. So when the default case executes, it will square the value of whatever is wired on the case selector terminal. Since 6 is wired to the case selector terminal, so 6 square becomes 36. So the answer is D. Let's check the answers. 28th question, the answer is D. Question 29, the following breakpoint does which of the following? We have done this question before. Write down your answers. So the correct answer for this is causes the VI to pause. Question 30, what value is displayed in the result when code executes? Again, we have done a similar question before. Write down your answers. The correct answer for this is 75 minus 100 gives minus 25, 50 minus 25 gives 25, and this third element is dumped. It is not considered. So the correct answer is B. Let's check the answers. Question 30. The correct answer is B. Question 31. Which mechanical action of Boolean would you use to mimic a button on a Windows dialog? Write down your answers. We have done it before. So the correct answer for this is switch when released. Let's check the answers. Sorry, the correct answer is D. It is latch when released. 31 is latch when released. Question 32. Which is not an important part of creating a functional global variable? Correct answer for this is setting the VI to inline into calling VIs. Question 33. Which chart update mode should be used to compare old and new data separated by a vertical line? This chart will display similar to electrocardiogram. Write down the correct answer for this. The correct answer for this is sweep chart. Let's check the answers. Question 33 is C. The following block diagram represents which common type of architecture? Write down the correct answer for this. So this one represents a state machine. Correct answer is C. Let's check the answers. 34, correct answer is C. Question 35, the function of a cluster is 2. Write down the answers. So remember that cluster is meant for grouping of mixed data types. So the correct answer for this is grouping of mixed data types into logical structures. So this is the last question for today. We are ending this session. I thank you all for attending this session. I am here for 2 minutes. You can ask your queries. Okay. Thank you very much.